Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to Tales from the Underrealm, Hazel. My name is MS-Punk1, and last video we learned some interesting things about both Tori and Sasha. The only question is if it's true, and if it is true, or if it's not true. Who can we really trust here in the long run? But now we need to focus on our escape plan, and kind of funny is that we discovered something interesting inside Sasha's cell. So hopefully that can actually help us escape. But before we can do anything about it, someone seems to be coming. That's normal enough. Why are you so alarmed? Tori opens the door in a rush, followed by two guards. She orders them to open the cages as she remains in the room. Looks like Sasha's Sasha's instincts were spot on. Yeah, something's going on here. Tori, what's happening? I thought we were friends, somewhat. What did you expect? Even knowing all her tricks, Vin is not an easy target. Somehow I have a feeling that this is not the best situation to be quiet in, Hazel. Why wasn't Tori interrogating her in private this time? The answer to that question would sort of become apparent to Hazel. She's gonna torture Sasha in order to make us talk. Hazel doesn't hear Tori's words. All she can think about is how she is out of time. Her and Sasha need to make their escape. Why does it say her instead of she? Escape soon. Tonight if possible. Assuming they survive this conversation. Yes? You were talking about how beautiful I am, right? Hazel closes her eyes. Is it right? The moment Tori finally resorts to torturing her. What? Leave her alone. Tori grabs Sasha's ponytail and pulls, forcing out a small yelp. If she's barely started making Sasha suffer, but Hazel's heart is already tearing in half. You're a monster. How can you do this? Stop. Tori continues fire in her eyes. She pulls Sasha up by her hair, then pushes her against the bars. Then she slams her shield against Sasha's back. Sasha's in tears as she looks over at Hazel. If it had been Hazel, Tori might hold back. But it isn't. It's Sasha, her father's murderer, the main source of her anger. If Hazel doesn't give Tori what she wants, Sasha will. Hazel refuses to think about it. All she knows is that in that moment is that she has to make Tori stop. So this is what you become. This is how you honor your goddess. Tori rounds on Hazel and raises her fist. Hazel doesn't wince this time. Instead, she keeps her gaze fixed on Tori. Stop and look at what you're doing for 1 second. This is wrong, and you know it. Really? Torturing a defenseless woman is righteous? Tori's gaze darkens as she looks back towards Sasha. Her tone is like a venom. Deigning Sasha to repeat her claim. It says deigning, but I think it should be daring. What Sasha's telling you is true. She doesn't kill innocents. Tori takes a deep breath and forces herself to calm down. Then she smiles a cruel smile. Sasha gaps as she looks at Hazel, desperate and fearful. She's horrified of what Tori might say next. Luckily for her, it's something she's already told Hazel about. The gods gasp and look at each other in surprise. Silence envelops the room. Even Tori has nothing to say in that moment. Eventually Tori speaks up again and tells the guards to leave the room. Hazel assumes that Tori sent them away because their talk was becoming more personal. There are bound to be things she doesn't want to discuss in front of everyone. Sorry to disappoint you, Tori, but Sasha's already told me that. Tori is taken aback for a moment, clearly surprised by this news. To her credit, though, she recovers quickly and continues in an even more aggressive manner. I know you didn't talk to her directly. Hazel looks at Sasha. Sasha didn't tell her that part, but she did tell Hazel how complicated the relationship between her and Riz was. Hazel can follow her logic, but she still feels creeping doubt in the back of her mind about Sasha's loyalty. Sasha slowly gets up. This time she is the one who's angry. She glares at Tori and points her finger towards the paladin. What? Archbishops? From Grimoire? Hazel freezes. She knows well the kind of creature the archbishops hate. The most in all of Arvaron, a witch. I suppose you weren't present at the Nifer expedition, were you? Tori turns and starts walking towards the door, a sad, defeated expression on her face, as if she's failed her mission. Tori, what will happen to us? She leaves the room and orders the guards to put the prisoners back in their cages. Hazel looks towards Sasha, who focuses on the wall to her side. She's too afraid to look Hazel in the eye. Once they're alone, Hazel speaks up. Sasha, are you alright? I don't. Oh, come on, you know why Tori hates you. Her father is obvious. Her father, it's obvious. I think that she doesn't want anyone to know that her father hired an assassin. If some guards overheard that, it would bring shame onto his memory. She clearly doesn't want that. A bit of silence falls between them, but Hazel breaks it with even more determination this time. Anyway, did you hear what Tori said? We need to get out of here tonight. It's not a trick. At least I'm pretty sure. Did you see how sad she looked when she left? She can fake a lot of things, but I don't think she can fake an expression like that. I think she does, in a way. And I think her religious beliefs are a factor too. The morals are weighing heavily on her. I think that she's starting to see the truth. That the world is grey. That there are good, helpful and selfless witches. That there are bad, wicked and selfish paladins. You know, for a moment when she grabbed you like that, I feared the worst. I wasn't talking about the keys, stupid. I was talking about you. I was afraid, well, she probably wouldn't have killed you, but I don't think she had any qualms about doing serious harm to you. Sasha blushes bright red. It's been a long time since someone generally worried about her. It made her happy, even if only for a brief moment. Of course. Now that you mentioned the keys, I am worrying about them. Are you sure you didn't lose them at some point? Tony was pretty rough with you and... No, if I remember, you put them at kinda special place. Sasha adds a wink to the end of her statement, which causes Hazel to blush as she imagines the lewdest place that hiding place could possibly be. Hazel puts a hand over her mouth to conceal her surprise and embarrassment. Yeah, still didn't Sasha put the keys down her pants? Oh. Okay, so she doesn't have them bad anymore. Because she had them in her pants before. I'm not a pervert. That's not what I was thinking at all. Wasn't it, though? Sasha's smile is several degrees too smug for Hazel's liking. Nothing. Let's just focus on the plan, alright? We have to escape and it has to be tonight. Sasha's smile vanishes and her features become more serious. You're right, but I can't sleep. I'm so nervous. You really didn't know? Alright. You were probably already in prison when that happened. Right. The Far is the name of a witch who was burned alive in Grimoire's town square. I did. She was one of the oldest witches left in the unforgiving swamps. The magic wasn't as strong as it once was. She knew how dangerous it was to remain in that area with all the witch hunts going on, but she was stubborn. You were close. You weren't blood related, but I considered her like a grandma to me. Hazel's voice suddenly cracks as she overwhelmed with a surge of sudden emotion. She thought she was past this. Talking about Nifar shouldn't be this hard anymore, but tears trailed quietly down her face. In that moment she wishes more than ever that Sasha was in the same cell. She could really use a friend to quietly hold her close right now. Hazel does her best to wipe the tears from her eyes. One day I was traveling back to Frontier Woods. I had just left the swamps when I stumbled into some soldiers from Grimoire. They started questioning me. They had no reason to suspect me. Nobody had ever seen my face, and of course I was wearing plain merchant clothes that day. I felt pretty confident, safe. But one of them, he was more clever than the other. He started asking me a lot of questions and noticed that there was some mud on my shoes. Mud and swirling moss. Swirling moss only grows in swamps, the deepest part of them. No, it's worse. It's because of me that they caught Nefar. Passing through the unforgiving swamps isn't a crime, sure. Sure, it isn't a common route, but it doesn't necessarily mean I was a witch. But that swirling moss means that I gone far into the swamps. And somehow that god knew it. He was probably the only god with that much knowledge about alchemy in all of Arvaron. Arvaron, too. Just my luck. Anyway, they wanted to arrest me and take me to Grimoire. I was about to use my magic, but before I could, Nefar appeared behind me and started cursing them. She pretended to have followed me. I played along, thinking that she could dispose of the soldiers easily enough. But then, as she was fighting them, more soldiers came by horse. I froze. I knew that if I revealed that I was a witch too, I'd have to fight against all of them. There were more paladins with them now, and even a few mages too. I wanted to attack them anyway, but Vin always taught us that keeping our secret was the most important thing. One of the soldiers pushed me away. He told me to get to safety, that it wasn't a place for a simple merchant like me. Hazel crossed her arms and curls up in a way that makes her look smaller. The Far's eyes were on me as they defeated her. They could have just killed her then, but they didn't. They captured her, and several weeks later I discovered that she was to be executed in Grimoire. I went to the execution. I'm not sure why. Maybe I thought I could save her or something. I didn't know then I didn't know then, and I still don't know now. Her eyes are burned into my memory to this day. I wish that I had been that it had been me instead of her. I'm the one who deserved to die. To leaving her like that, she probably thought as much in her last moments. Hazel buries her face in her hands. I didn't mean anything. I got caught a few months later. It didn't mean anything. She kept my secret, and what good did it do her? It tortured her brutally. I could see the wounds and bruises at the execution. The father never gave them the information they wanted. Not even a single name. Then they burned her alive. She laughed and cursed every person responsible for her death. Hazel gives such a weak smile at that. I remember her last words, the ones she said before they started the fire. Honestly, I was surprised they let her talk. Even new arts wizards aren't powerful enough to abolish that right. Apparently. Anyway, her words, they stuck with me. She said, they were. I think she reached a few people too. I heard that there was some civil unrest after that. I didn't stay to see it through, although I left when they started the fire. I couldn't bring myself to watch her final moments. Of course, the archwizards have everything under control once again. I just hope that there are still people other than me out there who remember Nefar's final words. True, but you're just as screwed as I am. Hazel chuckles. Sasha really has a way of lifting the mood. Hazel doesn't feel like crying anymore. Honestly, I don't know. No matter what I do, I have to work on getting my magic back up to full strength. And of course, I have to keep a low profile for a while. Getting captured again so quickly after escaping would be embarrassing. What about you? With me? Oh, Shut up. You're gorgeous. I've never seen a woman as cute as you before. Both women grin at each other and then blush. Sadly, now isn't the time to push their luck. They'll be out of here soon enough anyway. If things go well, then they have all the time in the world to have some fun, I'm guessing. Tonight, when we are planning to escape. Yeah, let's try to be quiet now. God might still be around. I guess we are on the new chapter or something. And bonus to Sasha. Whatever that means. Sorry, I fell asleep for real. Yes, but try not to make any noise. Hazel and Sasha freezes as they hear an all too familiar sound, the footsteps of approaching guards. It's a noise that twists their stomachs into knots, especially now when they were finally going to launch their escape plan. Don't know, but make sure you hide the keys anyway. Wait, it's still night, right? So, are the archwizards coming? You mean Tori and the two guards she usually brings? Yep, it's the wizards. When the door opens, Hazel and Sasha are caught by surprise. We both gasp in fear as they realize that Tori is in the company of the wizards. Hazel glares, but remains silent. There's nothing to say. These people clearly have no intention of having an actual conversation with her and Sasha. We're talking at them, not to them. What are we talking about? As Hazel asks herself a question, she can't help but notice how cold Tori's reply was. It's as if she wanted to reply with no, but thought better of it. I don't think it's that type of thing. The archwizards keep bickering amongst themselves as they leave a room. Tori sighs and moves to follow, but Hazel catches her attention first. She rushes over to the guards of her cage and clings to them desperately with her hands. Eh? What's that about? Tori, please. Tori, what is going to happen? Why are we already here? No, please. Tori, I'll tell you more I can. Mm. No. When did you try to help me? Tori doesn't add anything else. Instead she quietly leaves the room. Her hands are tied. But at least she seemed generally sad that things had to come to this. The arch-wizards had barely bothered to disguise their glee. No. Yeah, are you crazy, Hazel? Think about it. There are 3 arch-wizards in this building with us. It's too dangerous to escape right now, under their noses. Besides, they said they're going to execute us in Grimoire. Exactly. Teleportation magic are rare, and seeing as they were talking about using one of Dingria's magic portals, I think it's safe to assume none of them can use it. Yes, it'll be a lot easier to escape on the road than it will be to get out of this prison. You might even pass through some places where they are still witches, or at least enemies of the wizards. Many people dislike them. Lizard men, goblins, orcs, even elves. Dark elves in particular. Trust me, the list of people they agreed is they angered is a long one. There's always a chance one of those groups will attack them just to piss the archwizards off. I'll be counting on you to negotiate that arrangement. We see how things play out. Anyway, I know it sounds a bit optimistic, but I do think our odds of escape increase on the road, whether the help comes or not. Yeah. The following day, Hazel and Sasha are escorted out of their cages and brought to a courtyard. The two of them can't help but stand in awe of the building they just left. It wasn't just a prison, it was a fortress. Yeah, so maybe it was a good thing to wait. He would have never been able to escape from there. Both prisoners are shoved into a cart designed to hold them. The door is sturdy and there are bars to keep them from escaping. The horses starts moving and their journey begins. Yeah, there are windows on the three sides. The only direction we can't look is in the front of us. Looks like it. We're getting on a ship apparently. Hey, Tori, where are we going? Yes, but by boat. A continent? Oh, so we were on an island this whole time. We couldn't escape anyway. You don't look too happy. Tori speeds her horse and moves away from the cart to avoid having to continue the conversation. Preparations are completed. Soon enough, and the prison cart is placed in the hold inside a bigger room with two guards. Sheesh. So basically we are inside the mobile prison, which is inside another prison with two guards blocking the exit. Well, there is the ocean, so depends on how you see that. There's a green teasingly. How do we know there isn't? Now wouldn't be a good moment to do it anyway. You're on a boat, and the weather is no good. You would die out there. It's night and the two girls can hear a small thunderstorm going on outside. On top of that, the boat rocking indicates a rough sea. Sasha takes a seat on the floor and Hazel sits down next to her. She's clearly against it. Sasha slips into a thoughtful silence for a moment before shaking her head. She turns to Hazel and smiles as she meets her gaze. And I think that will be it for this video, so hope you liked it, and if you did so leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!